There's one project I actually found on the Cardano ecosystem, and it's crypto, but it's more of it's deeper in. It's not the usual one. So I wanted to highlight that, and it's called Empowa, EMPOWA.
Okay.
Empowa.
Okay.
And basically, these guys are trying to solve the backlog of homes in Africa that aren't being built. And so, if you had to guess, how many homes would need to be built in all of Africa to sort of house
all the families,
basically,
everyone?
Yeah. Or what's like the rough guesstimate of how many homes are lacking there?
I'd say 1.7 million.
Okay, 50 million.
Fuck, what?
50 million homes.
Whoa.
So these guys,
that's a lot.
Yeah, these guys are trying to solve the backlog of this problem, and the questions you might think are here. There's fun. I'll just keep asking you questions. Why is there this lack of 50 million homes? Do you think? What would be the one or two principal causes behind this?
I'm gonna say lack of money and maybe floods.
Okay. So they are saying basically, and this was a guy who I believe, he's South African. So I think the main guy is South African. There's also an Australian who's part of this team, and I found all of this through the Learn Cardano podcast with Pete. Had a chat with him, and he was saying it's not demand. Like there's plenty of demand. There's 50 million, essentially 50 million
people
families.
Want them, yeah.
That and. Well, I mean, you might be saying, oh, maybe they're just content living where they are. No, they want homes.
Yeah.
So it's not the demand side of things. It's not particularly the supply side of things either. Like people want to build it. There's enough materials. There is the structures. There's enough like base materials and people who would be willing and
to do them. Okay.
It's not a labor shortage either. It's nothing like that. So the supply side of things is also okay. What he's saying, it's the financial structures behind this. There's just really no ability for your average low-income, middle-low-income worker to be able to afford a house. And so why would this be? How much do you think interest payments would be in general in South Africa? Sorry, not in all of Africa. So Mozambique, Namibia, Ethiopia.
I'm assuming it's high.
Yes. How high though? Do you think?
Like in percentage-wise?
Yeah, in percentage.
I'm gonna say 17%.
Okay, so the number they were commonly saying was minimum of 20%, but getting up to 35% in certain cases. So
that's nuts.
Yeah, it's impossible.
Yeah,
you imagine trying to do that here in Australia.
No, you would.
Or anywhere else in the world, and that's one of the reasons why. Now, why is that? There's reasons due to people sort of working gig economy type things, so they're just trying to get whatever they can there. Obviously, the risk factor of foreign capital coming in is like there's a big risk in Africa. There could be a revolution. There could be whatever. Where we're gonna to justify the capital putting in, we're gonna charge higher, and then there's all the corruption and things like that, which also occur. How many mortgages do you think? And so, just to highlight how bad this problem is, in Mozambique, a country of approximately 32 million people, how many mortgages are there in the entire country?
Okay, so I'm going to lean towards that. There's a high amount of mortgages.
Okay,
I'm going to lean towards high amount of mortgages. I'm just going to say 500,000.
Okay,
mortgages.
There's 600.
600,000.
No, 600.
Oh, 600.
600 mortgages in the entire country. So there's only 600 people who have been able to get a mortgage to buy it. And this is because of the high interest rates that people just simply cannot afford to get a house. So
600.
Yeah. So this is there's a huge
0.001%.
There'd be a lot of zeros on the end of that.